Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, so um, everybody's been waiting for this. So I'm gonna go through this real quick with you guys and explain what is going on and what the strategy is. But before we do that, I just want to give out the main shout outs, guys, to the people who created this, who's been doing a ton of work for this whole time to get it all together for us. So a big shout out to, first off, server 2, the Kages, Jakamoka&cephea&bun for who did the testing, support testing also from haasu&blue, and apparently Solus from ISC was involved to some extent as well too. So I want to explain to you guys what exactly they did, what came together, and I'm going to show you the 3 teams that we're going to be using to test this so you guys can get an idea. Now, the first thing you need to know is you need to have the three gauge uses available. So that means a character that can do anybody that can give you like a third tribe essentially. So you have to have the vote 1 for sure on the on the opponent. So vote 1 has to happen so you can do your tribe gauge with force. And then you need to have a character like Jiraiya, Blossom, or Choji that can give you extra tribe gauges. Okay, so that's important too. And then you also need to have, if you have Sai, it works better because you can do more damage through it, but you don't necessarily need to have Sai in order for this to work. But the main thing is you have to have an extra tribe gauge and a 3-man tribe, ideally with damage buffs, including damage. So the big other thing is the other 6 units all have to be debuffers. Such as defense down, which is one of the most important things, and damage reduction rate, which is one of the most important things. You don't need to have guard suppression or any of that. It's a bonus, but you don't need it. But the biggest ones are DRR, which Shikamaru has the highest, obviously, so you ideally want to use him or someone like Sasuke Kirin. And then you also want to have somebody with high defense down. So Sasori would be ideal if he can die in the fight, but that doesn't always happen. So you can use people like Haku, Kabuto, Mitsuki, etc., or Datara, right? If you have a status effect, of course, on the opponent. So that's thing number 2. You need to make sure you have those debuffs in order for this to work. And then lastly, you need to make sure that you can stun and not have your characters die, except for someone like Sasori, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what the teams look like. So let's see here. We're going to show you the 3 teams. Yo, what's going on, guys? All right, so remember, this is a big shout out to, yes, Itachi today is the fight. The big shout out to Jakamoka&cephea for doing all the theory crafting, and Bun, Blue, Haasu, and Solus for doing the testing. So again, guys, give them the shout out. Yeah, I'm sorry I started early. I have no choice today, guys. I kind of have to do this earlier. So I'm going to show you guys the 3 teams, okay? We're going to set it up, and I'm going to show you here. So I've gone ahead and done them ahead of time. The first I'm going to call this a whale team is going to be team 3, okay? The reason why it's a whale team is you got a couple URs. Now, the creators did mention that you do not need to use URs to make this work. So I'm going to show you what they mean by that. But here is the set. Let's call it the whale team, okay? So we got the tribe, which is going to be connected by feelings, I believe it's called, and you can use OG Mama Sakura, Sarada, and Papa Sasuke, and then Sai for the LB2, and then Haku for defense down, and is sometimes a skill 2, and then Jiraiya for his tribe gauge increase, Shikamaru for DRR, Datara for crit damage up and status effect for defense down, and Itachi for his attack up on everybody, which will boost this even further, right? So that's team number 1. Team number 2, if you don't have those 3, you can use the new Team 7 tribe, which will work really well as well. If you need DRR down, you can use Kirin instead. You can have a attack up with using CM2, but you have to make sure you're faster than your opponent with his trait. Shikamaru, Datara stays the same. Now, if you don't have Jiraiya, Blossom is a great exception. She can actually provide you the tribe gauge through that method as well too. And then the last team here is if you want to use... one thing I did want to mention, this one doesn't have Sai. So if you don't have Sai, you can definitely use that right there as well too, okay? So this one does not have Sai. Now this one here is the all non-UR team. So, Naruto could be a non-UR because you can use the base Naruto, but you don't need to have the UR. I'm just using the UR version to test him. You can put Blossom Sakura or OG Sakura, and then you can put Sai or Yamato. That works as well too. I'm trying to use Sai here. I think his works better. This is a better tribe. And then I put in a little more attack bonus for everybody with Naruto Kage. I'm putting in the defense down and DRR, more crit damage here, DRR down here as well too. And again, debuffs do not stack. They've confirmed it. We've confirmed it. Debuffs do not stack, guys. They will either override or they do something funky, but they definitely don't stack. Lee here for crit and Kiba here for attack up and DRR up, okay? So we're going to give this a try. I'm going to make sure that everybody here is on the same page so far. Anybody have any questions before I try this? What's going on, guys? Okay, so if anybody misses this, remember it's going to be on the channel, so you can watch it through that. So I'm going to go ahead and try the first one out, guys. We're going to try Itachi here, and we're going to see how this works, okay? So I'm going to walk you guys step by step as base per instructions, and this will be out as well too on the main Discord, and will be left there for you guys to review. Remember, give a big shout out to Jakamoka&cephea&bun and those guys who put it together and did all this hard work to get it together. Okay, so we're going to give this a go. So let's see how we do here, guys. Okay, so let's see, 16.07% on Kages. Well done. Okay, so let's try this out and see how this works for us. So I'm going to go ahead and try the whale team first. So let's go ahead and do Itachi, and we'll go ahead and start with the whale team, which is this one. All right, guys. So I'm going to walk you guys step by step here, okay? Based on instructions that I got. And we're going to slow this down a little bit this time. We'll do 3 times. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to use your tribe. So first and foremost, start off with the tribe. My tribe, by the way, is level 5 only, so you won't see as much damage, I don't think, compared to someone like Bun who actually got his leveled up. But definitely, you should see some of those big numbers that we were talking about. Okay, so connected by feelings, that's the one you want to do. So let's click that. Hey, what's going on, guys? Okay, that's 1 down. So here you hope Sai does his skill too. He does not, so that's fine. Okay, now let's jump on to Jiraiya doing... This is important. So Jiraiya is important here for the tribe gauge purpose, okay? So here you want to make sure the jutsus go off. We hopefully stun here. That's kind of the ideal goal. If not, we might die. So if we do die, we have to reset, guys. So that's going to be part of the big issue here, is not dying. So as long as Shikamaru lives, we should be okay. Nope, killed 2 of my guys. Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to test the tribe here anyways. I want to see how much damage it does, and we'll reset. That stun is almost like super important for it to go off. So here you go. Now remember, DRR for Shikamaru is about 60%, so this should be a lot more damage this time around. There you go, 6.6. That was 6.6 million there. All right, let's just let's see if I can. Yeah, it looks like I have to actually get Datara and Shikamaru alive, so I need to make sure that stun goes off. We'll just continue this though. Let's just see how this ends in terms of damage. All right, Jiraiya's alive. Actually, yeah, no, this is not gonna work because I won't be able to do my tribe after this. Okay, so we're gonna actually go ahead and reset this, guys. But as you can see, the damage went up substantially, like a lot. So, yo, what's up, Derek? So that stun, guys, is pretty much essential. Need to make sure it goes off. I don't care if it kills the Haku Sai group on the second last round, but we need to make sure it doesn't kill the Datara group or the tribe group, right? So that's kind of the idea. And again, the purpose, this team is not set in stone, by the way. That's the one thing the creators wanted me to say, is like you can use other tribes to come in and do as much damage. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. So I think one of the biggest thing we're having issues with is the fact that Kakuzu's up and he's actually killing a lot of people. So it's making this trial a little harder. And remember, the higher the tribe gauge level, the more damage you pull off. So keep that in mind. So let's try this again. I'll slow it down again this time. So ideally you want Sai to do his S2 on the next round, and that'll boost up damage quite a bit. let's get the tribe off here. So this was actually, again, guys, this was not me that came up with this strategy. This was Jakamoka. It was also Cephea, and then the testing was done by Bun, Blue, Haasu, and Solus. So again, credit goes all to them, guys. This is me just there in their request for me to showcase this. There's size move. That's great. To showcase this for you guys first before it goes up to main Discord for you guys to review yourselves. So I'm just the messenger in this case. All right. So keep that in mind. So all credit to them. I'm just following their instructions, and they've proven the numbers. So this is definitely something that will work. All right, so again, we need to get a stun off here, guys. Yeah, my method originally was doing about 0.971%. I think was the highest I've done so far. Let's stun here, hopefully. Yep, perfect. That's the stun we wanted. Now, this is the perfect run. Defense down is going to happen here, even more than before. There we go, defense down. Now you're going to see some pretty crazy damage, guys. So this is what we wanted. Now, the next turn, I don't mind if Jiraiya dies. And those guys, because that's okay. I just need him to do his tribe gauge up, and then I'm good to go. So pretty much this is a perfect run. We're just going to watch this go through, okay? So everybody make sure you're paying attention to the numbers. Let's actually slow this down a little. Remember, the EX version would do a lot more damage, so I'm doing the lowest version possible of this. So make sure now going forward, tribes actually play a part in this game, and that's specifically for ATB. There you go. 7.194 damage. All right. So that's actually weak in comparison to what it could be if it was much higher, right? That's the problem. Now let's see what the last one does. We're going to speed this up. Oh, actually, don't do ×5, not with Haku. As you can see, the damage from even Sai went up quite a bit. There you go. Now this team, I don't mind if they die. This is actually okay. It's actually better that he just kills. Not better, but actually it is better because if Jiraiya dies, he buffs everybody. That's perfect. Okay, now ideally you want Shikamaru to stun and Deidara to do his thing, but that's okay. Even if these guys die, it's not a big deal anymore. So let's speed it up here. There's the Shadow Stitch. There you go. Okay, so here we go, guys. The last tribe. Now this one should hit the hardest technically, because we've now boosted and stacked our tribe attack, crit, etc. from these guys. So we should see one bigger hit than 7 million, unless Itachi does some sort of guard rate, which hopefully doesn't happen. But let's take a look. There we go. There you go, 11 million. All right, so that's the turn there, guys. So we went from 6 million to 7.9 million, and then to 11 million. All right, so let's see what the percentage is there for that. 0.92. So yesterday I was doing 0.83. So that's a whole 0.1% difference. Okay, so that's a lot of damage. Now this is weak because my tribe is weak. Excuse me. If my tribe was higher, this would be doing a lot more damage. All right, so there you go. That's the strat, guys. Yep, so I'm going to show you guys the next one. So we'll just do all three teams, guys, just so you guys see what it's like. So I'm going to do new team 7. My Mitsuki's really low in health, but we're going to give this a go. I'm going to show you guys how it's done. And then we're going to go ahead and see. You know what? Kirin in this spot is not the greatest choice. Because he doesn't really offer me... this is going to be a better choice, actually. Yeah, that's better. So there's no Sai here. Just keep that in mind. So this one requires Blossom to make sure she does her special. Now she does have her chakra up, but she needs to do her S2, I believe, in this one. But we'll give it a try. Let's see what happens here. So this is the more free to play friendly version. Okay, so this one has one UR, and that's Deidara. He can be replaced by Neji. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we're gonna start. It's the same method, guys. This time the difference though is you need to make sure some of the characters actually hit their debuffs and their buffs with their skill 2s, because you don't have Sai, right? As you can see, I don't put anything into tribes. I finally now have a reason to, which is fantastic. But let's see what the damage looks like here. So start off with this one first. You won't see very big on the first one. There you go. 1.6 million only. Not a very big damage increase there, okay? So I will probably reset this, guys. I'm just showing... Oh, Mitsuki's dead. Reset. Reset. That's no good. That's no good. But the first run was very impressive, guys. That whole increase of 0.10 with a no tribe gauge or no tribe leveled up at all is very impressive. So now again, you guys have a reason to actually level up your tribes with those coins. I was buying Gamma coins with all mine just to get my Gamma done, but now I'm going to be focused on getting those orbs and putting it towards all of this to get it up. So while we're doing this, let's see if the biggest thing here is Mitsuki can't get hit. I've got to get a stun off in this area. So let's see if we can do it again and not have Mitsuki die. No, it's not that much. You're right. No, it really isn't Shadow. Like for us here, it's really not. But yeah, like Zal, who has maxed out Team 7 Reborn, is going to do a lot more damage than mine, for example, right? Because like 1.6 million is what my Hebi would do, or my Kakashi on their own. So it's not much for my standards personally, but we're going to see what this grows to as I do it. So let's see what we get here. I'm actually going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit, guys, just to get time up. We'll go ×3. So 1.69. So it's pretty consistent still. Just don't attack Mitsuki. Okay, perfect. Sarada's okay. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to stun in this round. I want to stun in the next round. But that's okay, because Shadow Stitch and all that will work. Okay, Haku doing his A is important. That'll actually boost up all A attacks now quite a bit, which means this is going to hit a little harder. Okay, perfect. Now this is where I need to get a stun off. And as you can see, Sakura needs to get her S2. If she doesn't, it's got to be started over again. And she doesn't. So this is where you can't continue here, guys. You have to start over if Sakura does not get her S2, because she needs to pull off her tribe gauge in order for this to work. So this is going to have to be a start over session here. So that's kind of the downfall to this, is you have to reset. So make sure you give yourself some time, okay? Because see right there, I'm missing that extra tribe gauge. That's going to cause problems. I didn't get a stun off. That's going to cause problems. Yeah, and I'm thinking also the Hinata, Kiba, and the Shino tribe will do really well as well. I think we looked at the Naruto, Sakura, and Sai one will do really well as well too. So those are a couple of ones you can use that are also going to add and stack power. As a matter of fact, we can try that one since I'm not having any luck here with this one because I'm dying. And obviously we're pressed on time here, guys. But that's the idea. The idea here is to bring in 6 debuffers and buffers that do the whole team and the opponent for the rest of the battle, or at least one turn with high percentages. And then you want to stack your tribe special 3 times in a row. So let's just try this last team here. Do I have enough stuns and stuff? Yeah, I guess I could. This team should work okay. So let's see how this goes. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna toss in Kiba here instead. He probably makes more sense in this group. Where's Kiba? There we go. That makes more sense. Actually, we're going to put Haku first here to get that S2 off. And that, I think, makes a little more sense. Let's do that. There we go. All right, let's give this one a try. Yeah, again, guys, please give a big shout out. And don't, guys, next time this happens, if somebody has information and they want to put together a whole guide and they're willing to share, let's not harass them about it. Let's not, talk trash about it. Let's just give them the time they need. This is all for the community, and I'm really proud of them for doing this. And I'm actually really thankful they've trusted me to present this to you guys. So again, big ups to Jakamoka, I think. Jakamoka, sorry. Trying to get all the names in Discord. Cephea, Blue, Haasu, and Solus, and Bun for doing the testing. Those 4 did the testing, but the theory crafting was done by Jakamoka and done by Cephea. So again, give them the praise that they deserve for this. This is going to be huge for the community going forward, especially for free-to-play players. I think that's the key thing here. It's going to help free-to-play players do a lot of damage that they weren't able to do before and actually help out their alliance, right? So now you guys have a reason, again, to actually focus on getting your tribes up. Before, there wasn't really much of a reason outside of Abyss, but now with this here, it'll actually end up giving us a lot more hope for the future of ATB. Okay, now I need to get a stun off here with Shikamaru. Oh, actually, no, I just realized, my bad, guys. I don't have a tribe gauge up, so this won't work. This will not work, my bad. That does not work. So I need to have Blossom. I need to have Jiraiya, Blossom, or Choji in there, so Choji would have been ideal. So guys, do not do that. So no, you need to have a tribe gauge up, guys. Okay? Marvin, probably not, man. I don't have the time. So that last team, guys, I'm gonna switch it up here. I'm gonna put in Jiraiya actually in this section here, just to get that extra damage out. But you could put in Choji here as well. Okay, so if you only have an R and you need tribe gauge, remember Choji does do tribe gauge. So right here, you can put him in that section there. He'll need to do his special, so he'll need to be in the third section. It's in the bottom section, so the last section. Okay, so only Jiraiya here with Sai would work really well. Everyone else needs to do their S2 to get it off. All right, so I'm gonna do this right here. And then this actually can change a little bit. We'll put Kiba back here. Actually, you know what? I want another stunner. So maybe another stunner would be ideal. So if you have another stunner in here, put them in there, guys. It'll work better with another stun. So you can use you can use people like that can stun. But I'm going to go ahead and put in... I might put in CM2. Just to get that extra stun in there, guys. Okay, so we'll try that out. And if you guys have any questions, remember, main Discord is available. They will be answering questions there. If you want to send me your questions, feel free to do so. And through DM, I'll accumulate the questions, and then I'll send it to them to review, guys. But yeah, so they are there to answer questions about how this works, if you guys are curious. Theory crafting is great. It makes sense. I've reviewed it a couple times. It's everything in line to what we've talked about for a long time now. But they put they did the testing, so that's what matters most, is they put it on paper. They showed the results through numbers, and that's why they deserve the credit here. No one else does, because they came forward with it, and this is why they've waited so long, because we want to make sure that you guys know that they are a credible source for testing, and that's kind of one of the big reasons why they waited, is because we want to make sure that those folks in the future, if they do present you with some data, that you guys aren't just saying whatever about them because their names have never been heard or they're not very active in Discord. I'll definitely say thank you on your behalf, guys. Yeah, Shika has been OP for a long time. I think Blue and I discussed this a long time ago with one of the FGs that went on, right? Where he was huge in the FG for taking out, I think it was a D unit of some sort. I think it was I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Kisame during the Itachi banner. So he was a big part of beating that for sure. So that's why I have my Shika somewhat leveled up, because of that reason alone. Do I think Naruto's better than Boruto? I think they're pretty evened out. There's guard right there for that. I just saw it. Damage is going to go low. But I think Naruto overall is the better character, yes. Yeah, I just did a showcase on that, comparing the two of them, by the way, so you guys can check that out if you want to. There you go. So not bad damage there. So this is where I need to get a stun off, okay? And I can't have these guys dying. So I'm hoping either Shika or CM2 gets it off. And then we can go ahead and continue with this tribe and show you guys a more F2P friendly version of the tribe. There you go. Perfect. That's what I needed to happen. So I think we should be A-okay, guys, to go forward from here. Okay, so remember, this tribe also is only level 1. Okay? So we did 1.9, I think 1.8 or 1.9 million the first time, which is not anywhere near the 20-something that was done with the previous one. But I'm just showing you guys from a free-to-play friendly version what you guys can do. So this is for a lot of the lower-end players. Get your characters up, get your tribe specials up, and you can contribute to your alliance a lot more with this strategy. Alright, so let's see what this went up to. So 3.6, so that doubled there. So that was a double amount. That's great. Now this is, guys, I just want to point out, this is my own version of this. When the doc is up, you can copy the exact version that was used and go step by step through it the same way they did and the way they presented it. and see what your results are. I'm just doing, this team is my own take on it with a little bit of their own flavor. So remember that it will be up shortly. You guys can probably go take a look at it and then comment. And again, please give those guys a shout out. The names will be attached to the document. Just give them a big thank you for helping out the community like this. All right, so we're about to see another one here. So I will actually keep this score. I don't mind. And then we'll go back and do the last tribe together, and then we'll call it a day. So if you've missed the strat, guys, it will be posted. You can watch the video. The document itself will be posted on main cord. Just rewatch it. I've explained it many times now. So if you're coming in a little later than expected, I apologize, guys. I started early for personal reasons. But I'll show you guys the last one after this attempt. I'm just want to see what the percentage is here. I'll show you guys the last attempt and see what we get. And then I'll walk you guys through it again. So essentially, it's the force team is your tribe special, which stacks. So you want to make sure it's an offensive heavy tribe with 3 men. And then you want to make sure that the other 6 characters are. So that was 3.3 there, guys. This is gonna be a lower amount for sure. 0.5. So I did 0.9 last time, right? 0.9 something. So that's a free to play version of it. So as you can see, my characters were not leveled up. They're really low in tribe, so you guys can still pull off damage like that. All right, so that was just an example. So let's just do the proper one again this time, which is this team here, and see what we get this time around. Thanks, Derek. Hey, Rob, what's going on, buddy? Okay, so we're gonna do this right this time. Okay, so this is the OP team, guys. So last time we did 0.97, I believe. We're gonna see if we can do a little more this time. All right, so now you're gonna see the damage here is gonna be a lot higher, obviously, because these characters are leveled up, and their tribe is actually phenomenal. It increases attack percentage, increases crit percentage, and it's probably the best offensive tribe in the game right now. So 3.3 million, that's okay. That's how it normally starts. So here you want Sai to pull off is S2, ideally, to do the buff for attack. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. Now you want to make sure that we get a stun off on the next round. And if we do, there's another guard rate by Itachi. So Itachi's guard rate is insane, by the way, guys. So he's going to be guarding quite a bit. So don't be surprised when you see that shield on him. Okay, so the next one has to be a stun here. There has to be a stun, or I'll have to start over again. So let's go over get stun here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so this is a perfect run. So now with the damage rate reduction down by 60%, Datara does defense down even further than Haku's. There you go, defense down. So now everything else just falls into line, guys. So now you do a tribe gauge again, which will be the second tribe. Now that tribe stacks, right? So now that 25% damage went up to 50% damage. And then if you have the tool leveled up, you're going to get even more out of it. So now the first one we did was 3-point-something million. You should see a lot higher this time. And again, this tribe special is only level 1 for me. So when I get this maxed out for the next go around, it's going to be doing a lot more. And if you didn't see Bun's numbers, Bun did roughly about 20 million total, or 40 million, or some craziness like that on his tribe. There, 9.9. So you went from 3 to 9.9. So that tripled. All right? You're going to see that one more time, most likely. You're going to see a triple one more time. So again, big shout out, guys. S2 is random, so you have to reset if you don't get a random. Why use Mama T? Because she's better than any of the other versions of Mama Sakura, and she does attack up for that cell as well. So you want to definitely use the OG Mama Sakura for this one. You can use the D version, you can use the T, like the healing T version, but the Sakura Uchiha version is the best version out there. And remember, guys, this tribe here is a T tribe, not an A tribe. So there's no benefit in terms of hitting another T. But on a D unit, it'll do more. So if you guys want to play around with some A tribes, like Hinata, Shino, and Kiba, it may do more damage. Who knows? But this is, again, just theory crafting, right, guys? So that's the purpose of this. This is to help everybody understand how tribes can stack in ATB. So those guys have done all the work to give us that. Okay, now Itachi is in here to give attack up to the entire allies. So all allies get crit up and attack up, I believe, here. Or maybe it's just crit up. Okay, so we did 9.9 last time, guys. This is the last attempt. I'm going to show you guys the last piece of damage we can do here. Before we do that, make sure I get this correctly. Yeah, so Jakamoka just mentioned it's better to cancel Sai and Haku's Jitsu to see if their skill 2 activates. So if you are using the same team, guys, listen to that strategy. Make sure you cancel, as somebody else mentioned it here, cancel Haku's and see if his skill 2 activates, because if it does, it raises a unit's attack by quite a bit. That makes Papa Sasuke's attack go up a lot too, right? So it's all going to stack. There you go, 15 million. Okay? So that was, again, almost double what I did the second time around. So as you can see here, it goes up quite a bit. And that's it. That's the attempt, guys. There you go, 1.22. So much higher than the first time. All right? And that's even considered fairly low for the strategy. So as you guys can see here, that damage is pretty insane. So again, a big shout out to Jakamoka, remember these guys, cephea&bun, Blue, Haasu, and Solus for their hard work and dedication to this, for testing and putting the theory craft together. I hope this helped everybody out. You guys should be doing a lot more in terms of damage. So there's 0.92, and then you'll see here with 1.22. So it went up quite a bit. All right. So yeah. So if you guys have any questions, yeah, the Kamui guy, Lee one, does work really well as well. Binato for sure. I just didn't want to use Kamui because he's also a UR, so I try to do the easy one. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put this. I'm going to get them to put this up on the main Discord, guys, for you guys can see. Yeah, the main Discord is going to be linked to all my other videos, guys. Just go ahead and jump on there and take a look. It'll all be there for you. So again, please, guys, my description has the players' names. Go into main Discord. Give them a huge thank you for all of us. And we'll definitely get this up there for you guys to review. And hopefully for the next little while, you guys can go ahead and use the strategy to increase the damage output. And we want the community to obviously keep down these opponents to get all these characters fragments, weapon fragments. So I hope this helped out. All right, guys. So again, go to the main Discord. This will be posted there shortly. Give them a big shout out. You know who the names are by now. Check out my descriptions for their names. And again, I hope this helped you guys out. And again, hope the community grows from this. So this is Payne. Have a wonderful day, everybody. We'll talk soon.